until 35. So I'll be discussing the remaining, the last 5 MCQs. After that, I'll discuss the remaining part of the same paper. Some students in the waiting room. I'll share the screen. Now, Western Province, they have, to test your first term and second term grade 11 work. They have some diagnostic test, but it's not a formal term test paper. About 1.5 paper. I think science is on 12, and that is to test your the standard on the first 2 terms, the grade 11 work. And anyway, you will be getting before your oral exam Western Province third term paper, year-end exam, most probably end of March, right? End of March. Okay, I'll share the screen now. Last week we discussed Western support seminar 2019. You can see the screen now. 2019 support seminar paper. This paper. So until question number 35 we have done. Until question number 35 we had done. We had to start with question number 36. Question number 36. Okay. Those who have done the first, up to 34, you might have marked with the red pen. Question number 35 onwards. This is 2019 Western Province support seminar paper. So we discuss until question number 35, right? So we start with question number. Did I please raise the hand? Those who have those who in the class. So did I discuss the question number 35? If so, please raise the hand. Did I discuss the question number 35? Yeah. Discuss, no? Okay, right. Okay. Right. Thank you. Right. Then we had to start with question number 36, right? Okay. 35 Q equals MC theta we discuss. Exothermic reaction. That is calcium hydroxide and acetic acid neutralization reaction we discussed, right? Yeah. Then 36. Question number 36. Out of the following, which can be harmful effect of photochemical smog? Please highlight this is introduced in new syllabus photochemical smog. This is from chapter 15 biosphere lesson. Highlight the word photochemical smog. So right in front of question number 36, unit 15, grade 11. Grade 11 last chapter. Please try to join on time. Many students join after 8. Right. Okay. Photochemical smog means it's due to air pollution. Photochemical smog is due to air pollution, and actually it's a combination of smog plus fog. That is called smog, right? What is okay? I'll use the white background. So what happened? There are some pollutants in the atmosphere which can form secondary pollutants due to the oxide of nitrogen and hydrocarbons. They combine again to form like a mist-like thing. Now, example, the fog, you can't, atmosphere is not clearly visible. So visibility of the atmosphere is reduced due to this. Actually, this is mostly seen in industrial cities, right? The smog, we call it smog. Smog is smog plus fog. Smog plus fog is known as smog. So the most common example you can search in the internet, that is London smog. Because from vehicle emissions, where there are oxides of nitrogen released to the atmosphere. Wait, I'll share the screen for this PowerPoint slide, then you can understand this very easily. Let me share you this. Look at the screen. You can see the screen now. What is this? Photochemical smog. Right. So you can see the screen now, right? Photochemical smog. What is this? Yellow colored mist formed due to the combining of smoke and fog. So what are the pollutants which cause this problem? This is very important. Most of the past papers, they have asked this because this is introduced in new syllabus 2016. Before 2016 oral papers, they have never asked this one because they introduced this under air pollution smog under 2016 new syllabus revision. So from vehicle emissions, there are oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons. So they again react in the presence of light, forming secondary pollutants. Secondary pollutants. Oxides of nitrogen means nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide. They react with hydrocarbons. That means unburned fuel. Unburned fuel from the vehicle engine released from the silencer as unburned hydrocarbons. They combine with oxides of nitrogen, forming peroxyacetyl nitrate and peroxybenzyl nitrate. Those are the secondary pollutants due to the photochemical smog. Okay. Then what happened? I'll move to the next slide. What is this? Adverse effect of photochemical smog. So one problem is respiratory tract disorders. One of the best example, now we have not experienced this yet in Sri Lanka, but if you go to Colombo, PETA, right? Colombo, PETA, near Fort Railway Station, sometimes when you come back home in the evening, you get severe headache. Vomit is like feeling, right? That is due to these air pollutants. So the other one, eye irritation. So this will affect your eyes, irritation of the eyes, burning sensation of the eyes, respiratory tract disorders. Then this is toxic to the plants and reduction of plant growth and food production. You can see here the atmosphere is not clear. If you take a photograph in those cities, what? Atmosphere is not clear. Reduces the visibility. It reduces photochemical smog, reduces the visibility of the atmosphere. Visibility of the atmosphere. Photochemical smog reduces the visibility of the atmosphere. Right? This is one of the main problems with photochemical smog. So then again what happened? Sunlight cannot penetrate easily. Then they can damage the chlorophyll of the plant leaves, and then it will reduce the food production in the plant. That means it will affect directly to the food crisis in the world. This will directly affect the food crisis in the world. Right. So then if I go to the next one, so you can see it reduces the visibility of that means there are particles. There are particles in the atmosphere that is called the scattering effect. So then there are particles in the atmosphere, whatever, light can get scattered. Incoming light can get scattered. So the light rays can get scattered like this. The path changes from these particles like that. Light rays fall in, this one gets scattered, not reflection, not refraction. That is called scattering effect. Due to the particles, light can undergo scattering effect like this. Particles present in the atmosphere, right? That is called, it won't travel straight towards us, so light gets scattered. If you take even a glass with muddy water, light can get scattered. If you direct light from a torch, so the particles, muddy water, light can get scattered. Then light won't reach towards the other end, parallel beam of light. So you can see it can affect your eyes, it can affect your respiratory tract, burning sensation of the eyes, irritation of the eyes, respiratory tract disorders, effect to the plant growth. What? Photochemical smog. Why I am explaining some MCQs, I am explaining in detail. Why I am explaining some MCQs in detail? Because upcoming oral papers, they are very, very important. Frequently, they ask questions from those areas. Therefore, I use these PowerPoint slides also sometimes to explain some important MCQs of the prototype papers and support seminar papers. Now, today we are discussing the last 5 MCQs of the 2019 support seminar paper. You can see reduces the quality of the rubber and fabric. So because these chemicals, degradation of rubber products and clothes, in other fabrics. Okay, so that is about the photochemical smog. Reduces the visibility of the atmosphere, toxic to the plant and reduction in the plant growth and effect to the food production, and respiratory tract disorders and eye irritation. Now let's see the answer for this. MCQ. Back to the theory table. Now they have given what? Plant growth and food production is affected. That is correct. That is correct. Vision is increased. No, vision is reduced. And immunity is decreasing of the human. Actually, that is by the ozone layer depletion. Please write in front of each. Okay, who can give me the answer for the question number 36? Those who had done, please raise the hand. 36 MCQ. Any volunteers? Emru? Tirani?
First answer.
First answer.
Very good. Yeah, answer is first one. So you got this PowerPoint slide. I told you plant growth and food production is affected. Vision is not increased. That is wrong anyway. Decrease the immunity. Actually, that is due to the ozone layer depletion. Please write here. Decreases the immunity of the human. That is ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. And harmful UV rays reach to the earth. Then that is due to the ozone layer depletion. Increase the level of the ocean. That is due to the global warming. Please write in front of the third answer. Global warming. Global warming. Due to the global warming, sea level goes up because ice melt, glaciers melt, sea level goes up, and thermal expansion of seawater. Those are the issues with the global warming. So anyway, the air pollution is worse than land pollution and water pollution. Under air pollution, these are the things you should know. Environmental issues with the air. Okay, if you're going to write that in your under your short note. Environmental issues in the world due to air pollution. Right here in your short note. Environmental issues in the world. Environmental issues in the world due to air pollution. Environmental issues in the world due to air pollution. Due to air pollution. So these few topics you should know a bit in detail. But anyway, don't worry. Under chapter 15 we didn't discuss it. Now I am doing the 14th lesson, hydrocarbon lesson. We have done about 70 to 80% hydrocarbon lesson. We have done next week, next theory class. We are finishing 14th lesson hydrocarbon, and after that only the last lesson is left. Right. Number one, what are these? Environmental issues in the world due to air pollution. Number one, right? First environmental issue, right? Acid rain. Please copy down this in a short notebook. Anyway, in detail I will be discussing this later. This is a summary. Acid rain. Then global warming. Oh, that's how we call it greenhouse effect. Global warming. Or sometimes we call it greenhouse effect. Second one, third one, right? Third environmental issue. Acid rain, global warming, ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. Why this is important? This is important even for the structured essay question number 1. That is also completely from biosphere lesson. Structured essay question number 1 completely from the biosphere lesson. Ozone layer depletion. Fourth one, photochemical smog. Photochemical smog. Photo means light. Chemical means due to chemical reaction. Chemical reaction occurs in the process of light, result in smog. Photochemical smog. In front of each, please write the gaseous pollutants which cause this problem. Acid rain, because you learn in the textbook in different places. Therefore, you should better make a summary like that. Then it's easy. You can easily study this. Please write in front of acid rain. What are the gaseous pollutants which cause acid rain? Sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. These are the gases which cause acid rain. Global warming caused by mainly by CO2 gas, then CH4, methane, CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, then water vapor, H2O, I put G, water vapor. So or else we can write polyatomic gases. Polyatomic gases. Monoatomic and diatomic are not greenhouse gases. So actually these four also known as what gases? Greenhouse gases. Please, if you only can put an arrow and write here, label this. They are called what gases? Greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases. Haritagara vayu. These greenhouse gases, if the level goes up, temperature of the earth increase, that is called global warming. But remember, without greenhouse gases, the earth would be a cold planet. Without greenhouse gases, also we are in trouble. Greenhouse gases are essential. Greenhouse effect is useful. If greenhouse effect go beyond the limit, then the problem. Then it will we call it global warming. If the level goes up, the greenhouse gases, global warming. If the greenhouse gases, the level go down, then it can cause global cooling. So mostly we are talking about global because now we experience the main problem now, global warming, right? Okay. Remember, please put a stand right, everyone. Monoatomic and because most of the teachers, they don't tell this. Monoatomic and polyatomic, so these are polyatomic, more than two. Right here, monoatomic and diatomic gases are not greenhouse gases. Can you please add this? Monoatomic and this is also frequently asked section in the paper, oral paper. Monoatomic and diatomic gases are not greenhouse gases. Please write this in your short notebook. Monoatomic and diatomic gases are not considered as greenhouse gases. Are not considered as greenhouse gases. Are not considered as greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases. Write some example. Helium, neon, argon, they are not greenhouse gases. Plus, please write one more thing. Oxygen, nitrogen, they also not considered as greenhouse gases. Please write monoatomic and diatomic gases. O2, N2, H2, helium, neon, argon, these are not greenhouse gases. Very important. They are not given this in the textbook. Monoatomic and diatomic gases are not, otherwise we are in a big trouble. Nitrogen 78% in the atmosphere, oxygen 21% in the atmosphere. They are not greenhouse gases. Again, I am repeating, monoatomic and homodiatomic gases are not greenhouse gases, right? I'll erase this. Then ozone depleting gases. What are the ozone depleting gases? Write these three. Ozone depleting gases, nitric oxide, only two. Then the other one, chlorofluorocarbon. Main one is CFC. You can see now CFC can cause both what? Global warming as well as ozone layer depletion. Again, I'm repeating. This nitric oxide, NO, nitric oxide and CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, it cause ozone layer depletion, destruction of ozone gas in the upper atmosphere. CFC cause both these problems, right? Then photochemical smoke, right? Oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons. Oxides of nitrogen, we call it NOx. Oxides of nitrogen, NO2, NO, N2O, like that. Nitrogen, if you write within bracket NO2, NO, N2O, like that. And hydrocarbons combine in the presence of light, they react, forming secondary pollutants. Hydrocarbons in the atmosphere and oxides of nitrogen in the atmosphere react in the presence of light. That's why you call photo. Photo means light is necessary. The chemical means there will be a chemical reaction. Photochemical reaction result in secondary pollutants PAN and PBN, peroxyacetyl and peroxybutyl. So that reduces the visibility in the atmosphere. Yellowish mist, right? Yellow colored mist. Mostly this is seen in industrial cities. Right? Shall I read this? It's like a summary because no point of just giving the answer. Remember, you are coming to this revision class not just to copy down the answers, because otherwise I can post the marking scheme also with the paper, to improve your knowledge, to refresh your memory, and to learn something new from each MCQ. Right. Next question. Shall I raise this? Anyone still copying down? Please raise the hand. I'm going to erase this now. Done. When you are done, please lower your hand. When you are done, please lower your hand. Now, CH4 also hydrocarbon. That can cause photochemical smoke as well as global warming, greenhouse effect. Right. Next one. Question number 37. There's a small correction here. Here PQR is missing. Here write P. Here write Q. Here write R. Now can you check? PQR. From power station to the power transmission done using what transformers? Power transmission, from power station to the power transmission, voltage is up. Here the voltage goes up. That is step. Under high voltage, this is done. We use high voltage. To get high voltage, we use step up transformer. P is step up. In near power station, we have step up transformer. Okay, forget about the answers. We'll predict P should be step up transformer. Q, power distribution. So again, from subcenters, power distribution, step down. So that means this high voltage reduced to low voltage, maybe like very high, like more than 100,000, 220,000 volt, reduced to about 20,000 or 30,000 volts. That is step, that is low voltage. Low voltage, but not 230. Yeah? Low voltage, maybe 30,000, 20,000. Then it is reduced to 230 volt again by. So here you can see what. First one, P, step up transformer. Q, step down transformer. And last one, near your house also you have step down transformer. PQR, step down transformer. This one, PQR, not given in the paper. Please add this. This is missing here. They have not labeled PQR. Please write that. These are the three transformers between the powerhouse and your house. Between powerhouse and your house, there are three transformers. Answer is question number 37. Answer is 4th. Step up, step down, and step down. Question number 38. Question number 38. Okay, as chemical fertilizer, urea is used to cultivate vegetables. Slack lime. Slack lime is calcium hydroxide. Put an arrow towards slack lime, right? That is calcium hydroxide. Please highlight this and write slack lime. Slack lime. That is calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. Used with it and say at the same time, out of the following, what is the use of slack lime? It is a base. It is a base. So when you add base, what happened? Acidity of the soil increase or decrease? Acidity of the soil reduce. Basicity increase. Acidity of, not to increase the soil basicity, to reduce the acidity. So acidic soil, basic soil, no point of adding calcium hydroxide. If you add calcium hydroxide, the basicity will increase. That is true, but that is not done practically. Practically, it is not done. Otherwise, the fourth one also correct. When the soil basicity increases when you put base, but that is not practiced in cultivation. So cultivation, mostly what happened? Due to acid rain. I'll give one of the best example. Acidic rain. If acid rain contact with the soil, what happened? Soil pH drops. If acid rain falls to the earth, what happened? Soil pH decrease, soil become acidic, minerals get washed away, essential nutrients get washed away from the soil, and they will be collected in the water. And water pollution also, it begins with air pollution and ended up with water pollution and land pollution, all three, right? So acid rain can increase the acidity of soil, or sometimes battery factory, or they can discharge effluent water into the those areas. So then those areas, the acidity of the soil can increase, pH will drop. So then we can use slack lime. So the answer is what? Any volunteers? What is the answer for this? Question number 38. Question number 38. What is the answer, you guess? Venuka? Yes, Venuka? Shira?
Third answer.
Yeah, very good. Answer is 3. Very good. Answer is 3. Now, 2022 January, you are getting closer. You are getting slowly heated up. Your exam is getting more and more close, and you have more than earlier. At least study minimum 5 hours per day, right? Maximum sleeping time 6 hours at night. Don't sleep during daytime. Work hard. Last 11 years equal next 4 months. Last 11 years your school, the work that you have done equal to next 4 months. What matters at the end, not your term test marks, all level results. Until your death, Wherever you go, if there's educational qualification, it begins with your O-level results. Educational qualification, after educational qualification, you need the other qualifications, extracurricular activities or anything else. If we have failed O-level, there's nothing to talk about the other extracurricular activities or any other qualifications without passing the oral exam. Whatever your cricket, sports or whatever, the football or rugby or whatever, water polo, swimming or whatever, if you fail all the results, no use of that at the end. Remember that. Unless you are going to become, like national and international level, unless you go from that route, otherwise, there's no point. Right. Without failing, if you fail the oral exam. Right. Next one. Please try to join on time. Many students now, there are 71 students. 71 students. Many students join late today. Please be punctual. Try to join the class on time. So I'm starting the class sharp at 8 o'clock. Every day I'm starting the class 8 o'clock. No need to join 10 minutes or 7:55 or 7:56 or almost 8. If you can join, that's all right. But some of you are joining after 10-15 minutes. Okay. Question number 39. I'll erase the screen. Okay, one more thing. Please copy down this also. I'll erase the screen. Calcium carbonate. Please copy down this, everyone. Calcium carbonate, if you heat, okay, this is linked with this number 38. These days, in Sri Lanka also, this crisis, the fertilizer, the food crisis and a lot of issues. No? Okay. Calcium carbonate, if you heat, it becomes calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. Calcium oxide, if you heat, it becomes calcium oxide. If you add water, it becomes calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, if you add excess water and filter, excess water, then you get a solution, heterogeneous solution, and filter. Number one, excess water. Number two, filtration. If you filter, you get what? Lime water. Lime water. That is how you prepare lime water. What is calcium oxide? If you don't write the name, quicklime. What is calcium oxide? Quicklime. What is calcium hydroxide? Slacklime. Right. And this is lime water. Lime water also, what is the chemical formula of lime water? Calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. If you add carbon dioxide into this, again you get what? Calcium carbonate. If you put carbon dioxide into this, you get calcium carbonate. But if you pass excess, then it becomes calcium bicarbonate. That also there, but if you pass excess, it becomes calcium carbonate. Okay, I'll write here. You can get the calcium carbonate. If you pass lime water, if you pass carbon dioxide gas, look at the screen. If you pass CO2 gas into lime water, we have done this in grade 10 respiration experiment. What is lime water? Calcium hydroxide. If you pass CO2 gas into lime water, what happens? You get calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. CaCO3. But if you pass excess CO2, excess calcium carbon, excess carbon dioxide, then it becomes calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate, that is homogeneous solution, clear solution, calcium bicarbonate. Calcium carbonate, milky white. Calcium carbonate, milky white solution. This below this you can write milky white. But this is clear solution, colorless. Calcium bicarbonate color. If you pass, first you get milky white. If you continuously pass, then you get colorless clear solution. Is that clear? Right. Then next one. Shall I raise the screen? Anyone still copying down? Please raise the hand. Flow diagram. Remember, not the amount of questions you had done at the end. What matters? Things you learn from each MCQ. Very, very important. Very important. Lime water is calcium hydroxide. You get calcium carbonate. If you pass CO2 gas, you should know how to write the balance equation for all this. You should know how to write the balance equation for all this. This is limestone. Okay. Calcium carbonate is limestone. CaCO3 is limestone. Please copy down this. Please raise the hand. Those who still copy down. Okay, when you're done, please lower your hand. Right, done. Okay. Right. I have done, right? Okay. I'll erase the screen. This is also very interesting. Now, if you want, you can do now this additional information, right? If you heat this with coke, one more extra info. Calcium carbonate. If you heat with carbon, you get calcium carbide, CaC2. If you add water into calcium carbide, you get C2H2 acetylene. C2H2 acetylene. Acetylene is used to make oxyacetylene, right? So if you want, you can convert this into C2H5OH ethanol. C2H5OH ethanol. Ethanol can be converted into vinegar. Additional information, na? CH3COOH, vinegar. So corals in the sea become vinegar in the kitchen. See the chemical industries. What is calcium oxide can be converted into calcium carbide by heating with coke. Calcium carbide, if you mix it with water, C2H2, that is artificial plant hormone, acetylene and ethylene. You have heard about ethylene, artificial plant hormone. Ethene can be ethine and ethene can be converted into ethanol. Ethanol can be converted into ethanoic acid, CH3COOH, ethanoic acid. So ethanoic acid is nothing else, it's vinegar. Vinegar in the kitchen. Corals in the sea, limestone in the sea can become vinegar in the kitchen. Without using natural plant materials like vinegar, coconut or kithul vinegar, you can make vinegar from limestone. All these are chemical industries, but this one additional information for your extra knowledge, those who are targeting A-level, bioscience, physical science, right. I'll erase the screen now. Done, right? Anyone still copying down? Okay. Question number 39. This is again, how much energy is stored in the secondary consumer? This is primary producer and primary producer. After primary producer, you get, look at here, primary consumer. Primary producer means plant. Look at the screen. Primary producer will be the plant. After that, you get what? Primary consumer. Previous one I told the answer, right? Yeah. Okay. Here's primary. Next one, right? I put number 1. That is primary consumer. Primary consumer. That is mostly herbivore. After that, you get what? Next one, secondary consumer. What is secondary consumer? Then you get tertiary consumer and quaternary consumer. TER, tertiary consumer. But primary producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and quaternary consumer. Now, this is how energy travels along this food chain. Why it is take the shape of pyramid? It decreases. So this become 10% of this to the next level. 10% only. That will be what? Look at the screen. 340 become 3,400 become 340. 340. Then 340 becomes again 10% when it goes to the next level. From here to here, it's again 10%. What is 10% of this 340? 10% of this will be 34 joules. Then again from 10% of this fixed ratio, always 10% to the next level. From the previous level to the next level, only 10% of energy. So 34 becomes 3.4. 3.4 joules. 3.4 joules. Organisms at the higher tropic level get less energy. So again 10% goes to the next level from the previous level. What is this? 0.34. 0.34. That is the fourth level. I mean, fourth level means the quaternary consumer. So therefore, consumers, gradually the energy decreases. Why? Because the previous level, they also utilize some certain amount of energy. Previous level also, they also utilize some energy. That's the reason. Best example, look at the screen. Okay. So wait, right, balance. Okay, now this right. Now look at the screen. One of the best example. Let's see grass. Grass to grasshopper. Grasshopper to the frog. Frog to snake. Now they ask here secondary consumer. Energy stored in secondary consumer. So if you take grass 3,400 joules in all the grasses, what happened? All the grasshoppers will get only 10% of this. What is 10% of this? 340 joules. And all the frogs in that grassland will get 10% from the previous level. That is 34 joules. That is any food chain, this is constant. I mean 10%. And frogs to the snakes, so the top carnivore, 3.4 joules. So this food chain, there are 4 links. And grass get energy from whom? From the sun. Grasses get energy from the sun. Sun's energy. Fixed by the grasses of the grassland by photosynthesis. What happened to the remaining amount? The 90% is what? Loss or dissipated. From each level, 90% is dissipated or like lost. How it is lost or how it is missing? This 90% how? That 90% is due to the death, excretion, metabolic activities, due to the death of organism, due to the metabolic activities or growth, then due to the excretion, excreted as waste, due to excretion, due to death, due to their respiration. The metabolic activity means respiration. They also utilize certain amount of energy. So that is why this 90% utilize, and that is not flow into the next level. Any food chain, only 10% goes to the next level from the previous level. That is very important. You have to remember this 90% is known as energy dissipate. So then what is the answer? Second level. Remember, secondary consumer, in this one, the secondary consumer is frog. Primary consumer is what? Grasses are not consumers. Grass will be producer. This is the other thing the most students they mix up. They think first one, second one, secondary. Grasshopper, secondary. No, that is wrong. This is primary producer. This is producer. This is the primary consumer. Herbivore. Primary consumer is always herbivore. This is secondary consumer, carnivore. And there are top carnivores alike. If you can put one more link, what? Say eagle. What happened to eagle? Eagle gets 0.4 joules. Can eagle population can increase with 0.4 joules? Can't. So the energy available. So it's like energy decreases along the food chain from lower level to high. This is very important. Please copy down because you will not get this as it is in your textbook. Okay. This is how energy flow in an ecosystem from lower trophic level to the higher trophic level. This is how the energy flows. Right. Please copy down this diagram if you want. There's another method of classifying this that is called first trophic level. First trophic level. This is called second trophic level. This is called third trophic level. This is called fourth trophic level. So one method is trophic level. According to the trophic level, you can classify. You can name them. According to the producer consumer, then you can, yeah. Consumers can be herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. Producer will be either aquatic plant or terrestrial plant or algae something, right? Then next one. Shall I erase this screen? Anyone still copying down this? Anyone still copying down this? Done? When you're done, please lower your hand. Topic. I put everything together because in the textbook you have like in 3 different places this. Trophic level, fourth trophic level. If you can put eagle, but that's why number of grasshoppers cannot exceed the number of grasses in the grassland. Again, I'll repeat. Number of grasshoppers in a grassland will never become more than grasses. Why? Because energyless. How can they increase the population with 340 joules? Frogs. Number of frogs in the grassland will be less than number of grasshoppers. Because some grasshoppers will die and they don't get frogs won't get a chance to eat them. Some organisms die. That energy is used up by whom? Decomposes. If you want, you can put arrow this, look at the screen. 90%, I'll erase this last one. 90% is due to the death, excretion, and respiration. Look at the screen. This, if I put here this grasses too, I mean the arrows downward like this, but that is what? Death and excretion. Death and excretion like this. This will be death and excretion. So what is this? This energy after their death, due to death. So this is decomposes. Who utilize this energy? Decomposers will utilize this energy. Look at the screen. This energy is used up by decomposers. Who utilize this energy? Decomposers. Decomposers will utilize this energy. Right. Done? Finish, everyone? After their death, the remaining energy of their body is utilized by whom? Decomposers. That means bacteria, fungi. They get the remaining energy of their excretory products, dead bodies. So if they put the arrows down from each trophic level, that is death and excretion. Then who get that energy? Decomposers. That also you can mark if you want. Shall I read this? Well, this 90% energy loss is also known as energy dissipation. Any food chain, this is valid. So this type of pyramid is known as energy pyramid. What is this pyramid called? Energy pyramid. Representation of the total energy fixed in each trophic level. It takes the shape of a pyramid. That's why any food chain, you can't draw a food chain with 20-30 links. Any food chain is limited to maximum 5-6 links. Why? No energy. If you add one more link, 7th or 8th link, but they don't get enough energy to maintain their population. Why elephant population is decreasing in the world? Why elephant population is decreasing in the world? One problem is what? Lacking enough energy for them sometimes in that area. And the other one is low rate of reproduction. Reproduction rate low. You can see the fish in the sea. Will the population decrease? No, why? Massive production, overproduction. They lay large number of eggs at a time, maybe thousands of eggs. One female fish lay thousands of eggs at a time. Overproduction. We also eat fish and they also So that, but they don't get disappeared from the scene. Right. I'll erase the screen. Done, right? Finish? Okay. I'll erase the screen. So now you can understand what is the answer for this? Who can give me the answer for this? Second, first tell me the answer also now. Everyone should be able to tell the answer now. Second consumer means what? After the primary producer, primary consumer, look at I label that in the pyramid as well as in this flow diagram both. Second consumer. I'll highlight that pink. Second consumer or secondary consumer. What is the answer? Question number 39. How many joules? Everyone should be able to tell the answer. Now I highlighted that pink. Secondary consumer. Primary consumer, grasshopper. Grass is not a consumer. Grass considered as primary producer, right? Don't mix up this primary producer and primary consumer. Yes, what is the answer? Senudi? Yes, Senudi. Tasula?
First answer.
Yeah, okay, very good. Answer is first one, very good. So no need to study this again. Otherwise I can just simply mark question number 39. The children answer is first. That's it. You put a right tick across. But your knowledge will not improve. Remember, you are doing this revision class to improve your science knowledge, chemistry knowledge, biology knowledge. For that, you need to explore each MCQ like this. Otherwise, no point of doing even 1,000 papers, question and the answer. So no need to come to the revision class to do that. So therefore, what matters here, not the quantity, the quality. Quality matters here, right? Okay. Then question number 40, last MCQ. Shall I erase the screen? Did you all finish copying down? Right, done. Question number 40, last MCQ. Given below a few ideas of the CKD, chronic kidney disease. What is the short form for this? CKD. This is one of the main problems in Sri Lanka. That's why recently the government, they banned the fertilizers because of CKD. Now the people are asking demands. They are demanding not fertilizers. They are demanding CKD, chronic kidney disease, CKD. Now, CKD, chronic kidney disease. Drinking excess water, using drugs without any control, drinking liquids with high amount of sugar, drinking absorption of agrochemicals into the body. They are asking which one contributed to CKD? Contributed to CKD. Any volunteers? Last MCQ the answer. Any volunteers? Last the answer from Akhilesh. Venuka?
First answer.
Emro? Ayad? Faiz?
First answer.
Right. Very good. All of you are correct. Answer is first one. Very good. Excellent. Good. If you only write here, actually this B contribute to diabetics. This one with a high amount of sugar, diabetics, not CKD. Using drugs without any control and absorption of agrochemicals. Right. Now, this is 2019 Western Province Support Seminar Paper MCQ. Please raise the hand. Check how many right ticks. Now I gave a target. Target is 30 plus. 30 plus. Target should be 30 plus for the MCQ paper. So MCQ paper, please raise the hand. Those who got 35 or above for this paper, be honest. Those who have done this alone and at home and got 35 or above, please raise the hand. Those who have done this at home and got, when I explain, if you have marked the answer, then you can't count. How many of you got 35 or above? There are only 5 students. 6. 35 over. Very good. So that means if you had done this alone and got 35 above, superb. Very good. Excellent. So no need to worry about the MCQ and see whether you have got, I have done so many other supports in papers from 2012 onwards. So you can check the others also. We have got, whether you have got above 30, then no problem. Definitely, even if I give you now this time all level paper, now that paper also you'll get definitely above 35. So if you have got all this average above 30, definitely you will get at least above 30. Everyone, those who got, you should keep all these papers in one file. Right? When the exam is closed, you can go to them again. Then now raise the hand those who got 29 to 34 out of 40. How many of you got 29 to 34, including 29 and 34? Including 29 and 34, how many of you got? How many are there? Only 13. Only 13. Right, very good. So altogether 13 plus around 6 students. So then around 10, 20, say 20 students out of 65. Earlier there were 70, now 5 people drop, right, left. Now, if you have got 20 to 29, like say 28, like 28, 29, then you have to work hard. You have enough time, nearly 4 months. You can go above 30 definitely if you work hard. Problem is some students, I know you are capable of doing this, but you don't know whether you can go above 30 or 35, or you don't know why. You have never done a paper alone. That's the problem. That's the problem. Right? So first you have to try all the possible MCQs without looking at the notes. You have to, the first round you have to do it. Later, if you want, you can check the answer and you can refer, but then you should know your current standard. From there onwards, you have to improve. Some students, they don't know their standard because they never do a paper alone. They are just copying down the answers every day from the paper class. There are a set of students like that, but some of them, they are capable of doing it. Right. Please try to do the papers alone, at least 1 or 2 MCQ paper. At least 1 or 2 MCQ paper, and then only you can check your standard, whether you can go for the A pass or not. Right. Now, structured essay type questions. Parallel to this, I have posted this Western Province support seminar paper. Western Province third term paper. That is this one. This is Western Province third term paper. Year-end evaluation. Please raise the hand those who have done this also. Those who have done all 40, please raise the hand. This paper, all the possible MCQs done. I posted this 2 weeks back. You had enough time. If parents are around, check whether they have done at least 10 MCQs, some students, or whether they are just copying down the answers. How many of you have done? Around 20 students. Very good. Very good. Okay. Shall I discuss this also, and after that we'll start because after that MCQs done, everything. Okay. 2019. I'll discuss these 40 MCQs also. After that, we'll go for the structured decision and essay type questions. Now, please raise the hand. Those who done this paper is structured essay also. Now, how many are there? Please raise the hand. Support seminar paper is structured essay is done. Please raise the hand. The structured essay and essay, at least structured essay for questions done. Only 8 students. Okay, then we'll do the MCQ paper first. Okay, right. There are more than 20 students. Okay. Now, please complete. I'm expecting at least more than 50% listeners will raise the hand next week for 19 support seminar paper, essays and structured essays. Otherwise, I will not discuss this with you. Right. Some students, they never respond. I don't know whether they are in the class or not even. Right. 2019 Western Province third term MCQ paper. Okay, let's see. First MCQ, those who have done, please raise the hand. Any volunteers? First one, very easy. Those who never raise the hand, those who never respond, at least this question, tell me the answer. Same set of students always raise. Adib, Devish, Adib, Manit, Ranida. Yes, Ranida. Yes, Ranida. Manit.
Fourth one.
Fourth answer.
Yeah, okay, very good. Answer is fourth. Good. How come? Cycus? Gymnosperms. That means what? Non-flowering seed plant. What is gymnosperm? Seeds are not covered by open seeds. Open seeds. Seeds are present, but they are open seeds. So naked seeds. Naked seeds on open seeds. So what gymnosperms? Non-flowering seed plants, but seeds are not covered by an ovary of fruit. Cycle. So all the others, what? Monocots and dicots, they are angiosperms. Right here, monocots and dicots are, what is the common name given for monocots and dicots? Angiosperms. Angiosperms means flowering plant. Angiosperms means flowering plant. In single we call it Avrta Bijaka and Vivruta Bijaka. Vivruta Bijaka, gymnosperms means Vivruta Bijaka. It's very, from the word itself, the single meaning, Vivruta Bijaka means seeds are open. Avrta Bijaka means seeds are covered by an ovary. That is angiosperms. Angiosperms means monocot and dicot. Gymnosperms means what? This Cycas and Pinus. Right? Cycas and Pinus and gymnosperms. Question number 2. Any volunteers? Question number 2. Rate of the change of displacement. They have given the definition of a physical quantity. What is this? Answer is fourth in this one. Yeah. What is any volunteers? This one the answer. Gymnosperm. So rate of the change of displacement. What is that? I'll ask the answer from Tirani. Hurry up. Shira. Serudi.
First answer. First
Yeah.
answer.
Right.
Velocity.
Velocity. Very good. Answer is first one. Very good. All of you are correct. Good. Answer is velocity. Rate of the, sometimes they can, this MCQ can become the structured essay type questions in upcoming papers. Example, they can ask what is known as velocity or define velocity. Then answer will be the question here. No, rate of the change of displacement will be the answer. Rate of the change of displacement will be the answer. Then next one, question number 3. What is the metal that emits gaseous product due to the combustion in air? Very good question. Very good question. Any volunteers? Before without my explanation, without any help, who can tell me the answer for the third MCQ? Yes. Who can give me the answer for the third MCQ? Dasula.
Second one.
Anit. David?
Second answer.
Third answer.
Second one.
Second one, third one. Second and third. I'll ask from the few others. Others also second. Okay, please raise the hand. Those who tell the answer is second. This question, there's a problem. No, what is the metal which emit gaseous product during the combustion? What is the metal? There can't be a metal. A metal won't emit gaseous product when burning there. That is a problem in this question. I think this question is wrong. There's something wrong in this question, right? This is 2019 paper. Wait, I'll check the single medium paper. 2019. Question number 3. This is first. Can you make it? What is the element? We'll make it element. Otherwise, metal will never be emit a gas. What is the metal element? What is the element? Can you make it? What is the element? Otherwise, there's no answer. Because I'll write all the reaction here. Then you'll understand. Look at the screen. Gaseous product. Sodium plus oxygen, you get sodium oxide, Na2O. That is solid. That is solid. Solid product. Magnesium plus oxygen, you get magnesium oxide. That is also white powder. Solid. 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 Next one. Calcium plus oxygen. You get calcium oxide. That is also solid. That is solid. Phosphorus. Phosphorus, when reacted with oxygen, it forms P2O5. It forms P2O5. P2O5. There is some disturbance in the waiting room. Phosphorus pentoxide. That is also solid. phosphorus plus oxygen, phosphorus plus oxygen, P plus O2, P plus O2. It forms P2O5 phosphorus pentoxide, acidic oxide that is also solid. Actually, this question, there's no answer. Even if you put element, there's no answer. Metal will never form. Anyway, we'll keep metal or element, no answer, because none of these will produce gaseous product. Gaseous products not formed by any of these. So I think they have given, they have to change the element here. They should put nitrogen. If you put carbon or nitrogen, okay. If they put here carbon, yes. If you burn carbon, then carbon dioxide gas, CO2 gas. So if you want, you can change the element here. Metal will, none of the metal will, any metal oxide is solid. Metal oxide is always solid. Okay, write with the red pen. Any metal oxide is a solid. Metal plus oxygen, you get metal oxide. Metal oxide. These are the metal oxide I have given here. Sodium oxide is metal oxide. Magnesium oxide, metal oxide. Calcium oxide, metal oxide. Metal oxide is always solid. Metal oxide is always solid. Always. Any metal with oxygen, metal oxide, even silver, gold, platinum, right? Or if they form oxide, silver oxide, it's unstable, but it's a solid. So metal oxide, always solid. Always solid. I don't know why they have put this type of question in the web. Anyway. So I'll give free mark for this. I'll give a free mark for everyone for this. Always solid metal oxide. Non-metallic oxide can be solid or liquid or gas. Now here, look at the screen. P2O5 non-metallic oxide. CO2 also non-metallic oxide. This is solid, the other one gas. Non-metallic oxide can be, say if you take water, hydrogen plus oxygen, then you get water, and water is what? Liquid. H2O is a liquid. Hydrogen plus oxygen, if you cool to room temperature, it becomes water vapor, droplets of water. So H2 plus O2. So right here, non-metallic oxide, metallic oxide always solid, metallic oxide always solid. Then non-metallic oxide can be solid, liquid or gas. Please write here, non-metallic oxide can be solid, liquid or gas. Any three. Non-metallic oxide, maybe the question is wrong, but anyway, you can learn something from this. That's the most important thing. Non-metallic oxide can be a solid or liquid or gas. Can be solid, comma, I put solid, comma, liquid or gas. Liquid or gas. Example, P2O5 solid. Solid, non-metallic oxide. CO2 gas. CO2 gas. Non-metallic oxide, gas. So if you take water, non-metallic oxide. Liquid. H2O. H2O is liquid. Is that clear? So you learn something new. That's the most important thing, right? So therefore, metal oxides are always solid. Non-metallic oxides can be solid, liquid or gas, depending on the situation. Depend on the non-metal. So this question, there's no answer. I think there's one problem here. The metal, keeping the metal here, that is the biggest problem. And the other one, gaseous. Metal will never emit a gaseous product when you burn a metal in air. Hematite, metal oxide, solid. Hematite, aluminum oxide, alumina, metallic oxide, solid. Some are amphoteric, some are basic. Right. Shall I erase the screen? Anyone still comment on this? Free mark for everyone. This one I'll give free mark. Free mark for everyone. Free mark. Done. Any questions? Right. Anyone still copying down? Okay. I'll erase the screen. Question number 4. Question number 4. Who has done this? 4th MCQ. Any volunteers? Anyone those who have done the 4th MCQ? That is easy, no? That is very easy. Not present in plant. Not present in plant. Not present in plant. Not present in plants. What is not present in plant? Any volunteer? I'll ask the answer from Ayad.
Second answer.
Inside.
First answer.
Answer glycogen.
Glycogen. Some of you gave enzyme. Both answer. Kian?
Four, sir.
Both what? Avisha? Renuka? Dilshad? First answer.
First answer. First answer.
First
Yeah.
answer.
Right, very good. Most of you gave the correct answer. Answer is first one. Glycogen. Glycogen will be the stored form of carbohydrate in animals. Stored form of carbohydrate. Please write it. Stored form of carbohydrate in animals or in animals. Stored form of carbohydrate in animals. That is, if you take starch, that is the stored form of carbohydrate in plant. Not present in plant, glycogen. Enzymes are present. There are plant enzymes, plant protein, lipids present in plant because the vegetable oil, fat and oil, plant oil, lipid. Right. So stored form of carbohydrate in animals will be glycogen. Actually, in your liver, okay, look at this right here. Some people get fatty liver. Glycogen is stored in the liver of animals. In humans, the glycogen is stored in the liver. Glycogen stored in the liver. In the liver. Liver. Right. Okay. If you eat too much carbohydrate, liver become fat. Then we call it fatty liver. Not only fat, even if you eat too much carbohydrate, you can get fatty liver due to the extra deposition of glycogen. Otherwise, you get high blood sugar. Excess glucose gets converted into glycogen. Okay, this is also very important. Try to learn something new here. Very, very important. This one. I'll give this for that. If you have excess glucose in your blood, after eating meal, excess glucose stored in the liver as glycogen. This is your liver. So this is the liver. Liver, it is stored as excess glucose is converted to glycogen. Excess glucose in blood. Excess glucose in your blood converted into glycogen, blood. So this is liver and this is, okay, right here, excess glucose. Please copy down this, everyone. Excess glucose in blood is converted to glycogen and stored in the liver due to a signal given by hormone called insulin. What is the hormone which gives this signal? Insulin hormone. Insulin hormone. Insulin hormone. Insulin hormone travels in blood and gives the signal to the liver to take away this excess glucose as glycogen and stored in the liver. Glycogen. Glycogen. Right. So that is how blood glucose level is regulated. If the glucose level goes up, excess will be taken out and stored in the liver. Who gives the signal to the liver to take away the excess glucose from your blood? Insulin. Who releases insulin hormone? That is by a gland called pancreas. Pancreas, endocrine gland, release the hormone insulin. Release the hormone insulin. Then the other most important thing, the same pancreatic gland release again a hormone when the blood glucose level drop. Imagine you are fasting. If you are fasting, what happened? Blood glucose level drop. Low blood sugar. In case of low blood sugar, low glucose level in your blood, then what happened? The stored glycogen is broken down and release glucose. That is also influenced by an enzyme called Glucagon. This glucagon hormone also released from the same gland, pancreatic gland. Pancreatic gland release the hormone. So both insulin and glucagon released by which gland? Pancreas. Pancreas release insulin hormone. Is that clear? When blood glucose level drop, which enzyme get activated? Glucagon. When blood glucose level goes up, which enzyme release? Insulin. So glycogen to glucose and glucose to glycogen. Glucose to glycogen by which hormone? Insulin. Okay, if you want to write here, glucose to glycogen by insulin. Glucose to glycogen by insulin. Then glycogen to glucose by glucagon. Glycogen to glucose conversion by which hormone? Glucagon. Glucose. If you want to write about this arrowhead, the hormone which involved for this, what is this? Insulin. This is glucagon. Don't mix up glycogen and glucagon. Hormone. Huh? Glycogen will be the stored form of carbohydrate. Glucagon will be the hormone. Therefore, in the exam, if they ask what is the function of insulin, you can write what? Convert excess glucose in blood to glycogen. And what is the function of glucagon? Convert stored glycogen back to glucose. So this happens when you're fasting. When fasting, this happens. Right? I mean, right here, liver inside. Please copy down this if you want. Then it's an easy method. This is when fasting. Fasting, what happened? Blood glucose level drop. Then this is after meals. After meals, what happened? Glucose level goes up. That's why the doctors asking to take the blood. Will any doctor ask immediately after the meal go and check your blood glucose? Then it will be more than 500. Right? That's why they take at least after 2 hours. After 2 hours from the meal, or at least after 12 hours. Like there's something called OGTT, oral glucose tolerance test. I know they have heard about this OGTT. If you are doing clinical biochemistry for analytical chemistry and masters and PhD, if you are doing, you get this called under clinical biochemistry. You get you will learn this. The students they learn the OGTT, oral glucose tolerance test. Right? What happened? They give about 370, like they dissolve some glucose in water and give the patient to drink, and after drinking that glucose, they monitor whether glucose level going up or down, how fast it's decreasing. After every 2 hours, after every 30 minutes, actually they have to monitor. You have to stay in the laboratory for about 2 hours after drinking that. So after every 30 minutes, they monitor the glucose level. They ask you to drink, and after that, after every 30 minutes, they check this 30 minutes interval until for about 2 hours. That is called oral glucose. That is the other one is FBS, fasting blood sugar. FBS, fasting blood sugar. Yes. The other one is just immediately you can use the glucometer and check at home also this. So then you can take decide, because some people have it not diabetic, but they have this pre-diabetics. So pre-diabetics can be diagnosed with oral glucose tolerance test, OGTT. Right? You can search in the internet if you type the word OGTT. So this is very important. And applications of science into our day-to-day life. Did I finish copying this? Because this is very important. This is very important. Glycogen and low glucose. High glucose, insulin will act. Low glucose, glucagon will act. And by both, glucose level maintained at the optimum level. What is the average glucose level in blood? About 90 milligrams, 80 to 90 milligrams per 100 milliliters of blood. If this go above 100, that is like pre-diabetic. If it is above 120, this is diabetics. Until 120, it is pre-diabetic. If it is until about 70 milligram, that is okay. But below that, low blood sugar. Most of the people are having high blood sugar. Sometimes low blood sugar also, that is decreasing the blood glucose level beyond the acceptable level. Okay. This is after 12 hours. This is after 12 hours fasting. Immediately after meal, if you check, it will be more than 200, 300. After 12 hours, this should back to the normal value, 90 milligrams per 100 milliliters of blood. Therefore, this you can see here glycogen linked with the regulation of blood glucose level in man. Glycogen, that is the storeroom of glucose in your body, in your house, I mean in your body. What is the organ? What are the organs associated with the regulation of blood glucose level? Pancreas and liver. What are the two organs? Pancreas and liver associated with the regulation of blood glucose level. Is that clear? Right. Then I'll read the screen. You'll finish copying down this. So under each MCQ, I gave a short note. Very important. Not only that, one more thing. I don't know whether you have forgotten this now. Pancreas, one of the very, I mean, without pancreas, you can't live. Why? Pancreas release 3 enzymes, 3 digestive enzymes. What are the dual function? 2 hormones, 3 enzymes. What are the 3 enzymes secreted by pancreas? Amylase. That is for the digestion of food. Amylase. Then trypsin, and lipase. Amylase for the carbohydrate digestion, trypsin for the protein digestion, and lipase for the lipid digestion. 5 substances are released by the pancreas. 1, 2, 3, amylase, trypsin, lipase. Then 4th one, glucagon. 5th one, insulin. Look at here. These are the 5 substances, dual function. 2 hormones, 3 enzymes. By whom? Pancreatic gland. In single, we call it agnasia. Some people get pancreatic cancer. Then problem is what? Digestion problem. Cannot digest the food that they eat. If someone is getting pancreatic cancer, pancreas, you have only one pancreas, right? I'll erase the screen. I gave a lot of information about pancreatic gland, liver, glycogen, regulation of blood glucose level, hormone. Yeah, I'll erase this. Question number 5. Who can give me the answer? Fifth MCQ, chemistry, chapter 7, grade 11 acid-base lesson. pH value less than 7. Less than 7. Any volunteers? Question number 7. Less than 7 in aqueous solution. Less than 7 means acidic or basic? Acidic. Ne? Less than 7 means acidic. Acidic. Indirectly, they're asking which one is acidic. Very easy. Anyone should be able to tell the answer for this. Kiera?
Second answer.
Moksha?
Second answer.
Yeah, very good. All 3 are correct. Answer is nitric acid. In Sinhala, we call it Gini Mathura. Nitric acid. That is used to make explosives. They use this. Without permission, you can't keep a large quantity of nitric acid, but that is used to make explosive substance. So nitric acid. Right? To make explosives, they use. Yeah, that is a strong acid, completely ionized. Sodium oxide, right? Basic oxide. What oxide? Basic oxide. Why? Why it is called basic oxide? Sodium oxide, if you put into water, it forms sodium hydroxide. Basic oxide reacts with water to form a base. Example, sodium oxide with water, you get sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Na2O plus H2O, you get 2NaOH. Alkaline, basic solution. So it's balanced, right? When you put 2NaOH, it's balanced. Even magnesium oxide is what? If you put magnesium oxide with water, it forms magnesium hydroxide. That is also base. Sodium chloride, neutral. It doesn't form acid or base with water. Neutral salt. Salt it is, not acidic or basic, right? Neutral one. So magnesium hydroxide, weakly basic, because it's not 100% soluble in water. It is heterogeneous mixture. Sodium hydroxide, completely soluble. Write it. So write everyone. Sodium hydroxide, completely soluble in water, homogeneous solution. Magnesium hydroxide does not dissolve completely in water. It is heterogeneous solution. Homogeneous solution, NaOH solution. Magnesium hydroxide solution, heterogeneous. Therefore, which one completely dissolved in water? Sodium hydroxide. When you dissolve both this, it is an exothermic process. Dissolving bases in water, exothermic. Right. Question number 5, I gave the answer in detail. Question number 6, I'll erase the screen. 6th MCQ. Which molecule given below has a double bond? Any volunteers? Which one has double bond? Diatomic and double bond, two different things. Some students they mix up this with diatomic. Diatomic can have double bond or triple bond or single bond or yeah. I'll ask the answer from Manet, Moksha, Ayad.
Third one. Or two.
Good answer.
Molecule.
Third answer.
Third answer.
Third answer.
Very good. Answer is 3. Question number 6. Answer is 3. Double bond. Please quickly, please sketch the diagram on which this is a bit important. Hydrogen single bond, HH. Nitrogen triple bond. There will be a lone pair also. Oxygen, there's a double bond. There will be 2 lone pairs. This is the Lewis structure of each. Chlorine single bond. Group 7, there will be 3 pairs, 3 lone pairs. This is the Lewis structure of each. If you want, can copy down. Triple bond, that's why nitrogen is less reactive than Please write it. Please write this point also, everyone. Nitrogen is N2 is 78% is atmosphere, but it is less reactive. N2 is less reactive than O2. Less reactive than O2 due to the presence of triple bond. Due to the presence of what bond? Triple bond. Due to the presence of what bond? Triple bond. Please write it. Oxygen double bond, triple bond, more energy is required to break down. To break down triple bond, more energy is required. That's why even though 78% nitrogen is atmosphere, it doesn't react easily with. During lightning only it can react with oxygen, or like combustion like engine during the spark they can react. Other than that, under normal condition, when you light up a candle, when you LP gas or when you burn firewood, nitrogen gas in the atmosphere won't react with oxygen. Right? Nitrogen gas in the atmosphere won't react. Please write down this. Right. Question number 7. Shall I read this? Anyone still coming down? Anyone still coming down? Done, right? Shall I read this? Right. Question number 7. Physics, optics, unit 5. Any volunteers? Leonita? Emro?
Fourth answer.
Fourth answer.
Fourth answer.
Yeah. Question number 7, very good. Answer is 4th. Very good. Question number 7, answer is 4th. How come 4th? Total internal reflection occurs only in the denser medium. Can you please write it? Total internal reflection occurs only in the denser medium. Please write that, everyone. Rare medium, it won't happen. What is the difference? What is the difference between this third one and the fourth one? Third one, it occurs in the rare medium. In this third one, it occurs in the rare medium. Air is rare medium. Here, water is what medium? Denser medium. Denser medium. Therefore, please remember, total internal reflection will never take place in the rare medium. Always in the denser medium. Please write it. Total internal reflection occurs always only in the denser medium. Put an arrow right. In denser medium. Never in the rare medium. In denser medium. That is why the question number answer 3rd and 4th. Yeah, you can compare. Denser medium. It occurs in denser medium. Understood? Right, done? Okay, question number 8. 8th one. Here also, if you write here, this is called critical angle. This C is called critical angle because this is 90 degrees. This is called critical angle. Critical angle. This is normal refraction. Here the angle will be less than critical angle. Here the angle will be less than critical angle. Here the angle is equal, angle of incidence is equal to the critical angle. So in case of water, it's around 48. 48 is fixed value, critical angle. When R become 90, yeah, angle of refraction is 90. When R become 90, the angle of incidence is known as critical angle, right? Question number 8. Any volunteers? 8 MCQ. Which of the following is a chemical change? Chemical, in other words, a chemical reaction. Any volunteers? I'll ask the answer from Kian.
Oh.
Fourth one. Tirani. Shira. Venuka. Ayush?
Fourth answer.
Fourth answer.
Fourth
Fourth
answer.
answer.
Very good. All of you are correct. Excellent. Answer is fourth. Rusting of iron. Rusting of iron, a chemical change. All this is physical changes. Physical changes, right? Question number 9. Very easy now. That one I need to explain. Question number 9. What is the organizational level in the biosphere to which non-living environment belongs? Non-living environment belongs. Non-living environment belongs. Right. Look at the screen. If you take, okay, this is the increase in order of the organizational. I'll write on the screen. Look at the screen, everyone. Individual, or it forms species. Individual, species, individual. An elephant. Group of element. Species. Then living in a certain place, in a certain, then population. Population. Then you get community. 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 Until community, only living things. Until community, only living things. After community, you get ecosystem. Ecosystem. Ecosystem consists of both living and non-living. Can you all put a curly bracket for all these, right? Individual till community, living. Only living environment. Only living things. Only living things. Only living. Ecosystem means what? Living and non-living interaction. Living and non-living interaction. Living, non-living interaction. That is formed ecosystem. If on ecosystem, you can go to the biosphere and the planet Earth. After ecosystem, you get biome, biosphere like that. So you can write that one more link. After ecosystem, this order you have to remember, right? It's like cells, tissues, system, and like organs and cells, tissues, organ system, and organism like that. Ecosystem, then you get, after ecosystem, you get biosphere. And after that, the planet Earth. So then after ecosystem, that is the turning point. After ecosystem, you get non-living environment also. Now the question here, non-living environment belongs to which one? Yes, who can give me the answer? Question number 9. Answer is, yeah, very good. You can give me the answer now. I explain now. Answer is first one, no? Answer is first. Question number 9, answer is first. Please raise the hand those who got the first answer. Question number 9. Okay, well done. Then question number 10. I'll erase the screen. Anyone still copying down? Please raise the hand those who are still copying down this. This order, what is this called? Organizational levels of the environment. What is this called? Organizational levels of in the environment. Organizational level. So that is called it's called ecology. Parisar Vidya, ecology. Are you all copying down those who are raising the hand? Oh, done. Right, done. No, I'll erase this, right? Okay. Question number 10. Highest first sign, very popular question in most of the term test papers and even all the past papers. Highest first ionization energy, highest which part? Where? Group 8 top, right here. Group 8 top first ionization energy highest? Group 8 top. Who can give me the answer? Emru? Manet?
Helium.
Dasula?
Helium.
Helium.
Very good. Answer is helium. Answer is second. Very good. Helium, group 8. Right. Question number 11. 11th MCQ. And group 8 also down the group it decreases. Huh? Group 8 down the group it decreases. Right. Question number 11. Green below some animals found in the home garden. This is from classification lesson. 11th MCQ. Any volunteers? Kira?
Second answer.
Ed? Rohini?
Answer.
Nidhi?
Second answer.
Second answer.
Yeah. Reptilia, aves and mammalia. Frog is amphibian. Iguana, reptile. Jungle fowl, not jungle fowl. It's a jungle fowl. Vertebrate groups that the bird must be able to Iguana. Giant squirrel mammal. Yeah, aves, these aves. Jungle fowl, aves. Yeah, right. That is the national bird in Sri Lanka. Okay. Jungle fowl, national bird in Sri Lanka. Gallus lafayette. Right, answer is second. Very good. Question number 12. 12th MCQ. 12th MCQ. What is the answer? What is the concentration of chloride in the solution of 1 mole per unit of MgCl? Very good question. Very good question. Put 3 stars for this. Nice question. 12th MCQ. 12th MCQ. Chloride and concentration in magnesium chloride. Look at the screen, everyone. If you take Mg, okay, first I'll ask the answer from your any volunteers for this before I explain. Before I explain, anyone can give the answer? Anjana? Devish?
Fourth answer. Fourth answer.
First answer.
Second answer.
First answer, fourth answer. Right. Any other options? Okay, let's see. Look at the screen. Magnesium chloride, if you take 1 mole per cubic decimeter magnesium chloride, this is what they have given. Magnesium chloride 1 moles per cubic decimeter. Actually, it produces 1 mole of Mg2 plus and 2 moles of chloride ion. So magnesium will be 1 mole per cubic decimeter. Chloride will be 2 into 1 mole per cubic decimeter. Chloride will be 2 times than that. Then you get the final answer here. Chloride will be 2 moles per cubic decimeter. So the answer will be chloride concentration will be 2 times than magnesium ion concentration. Very, very important. Actually, past papers, they haven't asked this type of question much. Almost like they have not asked this actually. Therefore, put a star for this one. Very important for upcoming oral papers. So the answer will be second. Answer will be fourth. Please raise the hand with this understanding. Those who got the fourth answer for the 12th MCQ. How many of you got this fourth answer for this MCQ, 12th MCQ with this understanding? Oh, very good, very good. Okay. You have done it, right? Okay, good. Right, well done. Question number 13. Shall I read the screen? Anyone will copy down? So same thing. Any other compound, you can find it. Example, if you get copper sulfate or sodium chloride, then it will be a Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. 1:1. If you take here 1 mole, this also will be 1 mole, this also will be 1 mole like that. But if you take like sulfuric acid H2SO4, then what happen? It becomes 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. Then it will be what? H plus will be 2 times than sulfate. H plus will be 2 times than sulfate. Like that, you can dissociate them and get the answer right. Question number 13. Any volunteers? 13th MCQ. Amplitude, very easy, no? Very easy question. Amplitude represented by which one? I'll ask the answer for the 13th MCQ from Arosha. Arosha.
D.
D. Shanuka. Shanuka. Manit. Right.
D.
D. Right. Very good. Answer is D. Very good. Answer is third one. Question number 14. Again, there's a calculation. There's a calculation here. Question number 14. I'll look at the screen. 14th MCQ. Frequency of the above wave is 20 Hz. What is the distance traveled by the wave in 1 second? Distance travel. Okay, look at the screen. You do a simple calculation. Any volunteers for this? Frequency given. What is the distance traveled by the wave in 1 second? 1 second. Who can give me the answer? Faiz? Anjana?
Second answer.
First answer.
Fourth answer.
Both answer, second
First
answer.
answer.
Right. Actually, okay, some of you get different answers. How to do this actually? Distance traveled by the wave in 1 second is same as what? Velocity of the wave. Velocity will be what? Velocity will be the distance traveled in 1 second. No? So, velocity equal distance over time. Distance traveled in a unit time. Distance traveled in a unit time. It can be in centimeters or meters. So actually here, if you take lambda, look at the screen. This is how you do it. V equals F lambda. V equals F lambda. Frequency is given. Frequency is given. I'll erase the screen again. V equals F lambda. V equals F lambda. V, if you find V, that is the distance traveled in 1 second. Please write here, everyone, distance traveled in 1 second is same as velocity. Distance traveled by the wave in 1 second means what? It is called velocity of the wave. That indirectly they are asking the velocity of the wave. How to find the velocity? Velocity equal frequency to lambda. Frequency is given to 20 Hertz. How to find the lambda? Lambda 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters, you have to convert into meters. Frequency Hertz, or you can write per second. Then lambda will be from one crest to the nearest crest. The distance from one crest to the nearest crest called lambda. But you have to convert this into meters divided by 100. Divided by 100. Divided by 100. So what is that? 20 divided by 100, then you get in meters lambda. Wave velocity. Then you get what? Answer will be 400. 20 into 20 divided by 100. 20 into 20 divided by 100. 20 into 20 divided by 100. Have they given a given answer like that? 22 into 20 they have given 20 into 20 divided by 100. 20 divided by 1 over 20 into. They are not given. Wait. 500 you get, no? If you take 100, do you get in any of this 100? No. 20 into 40, 40, 40, 40, 10 into 200. 4. There's no answer here for this, no? Question number 13. What is the, anyone got the answer for this calculation? Question number 14. Those who done the calculation got the answer. Did anyone get? Devish? Arosha?
Sir, first answer.
First answer. 20 into 20. Yeah, that is in centimeters. Yeah, centimeters is correct. If you give the answer in centimeters is correct, then it's 20, 20 centimeters here. Yeah, then it's correct. But if you are going to convert into meters, then you have to divide this by 100. Right? Good. So if you are giving the answer in centimeters, no need to convert. So lambda will be 20 centimeters. Lambda will be 20 centimeters. Frequency will be good. So frequency they have given 20. Lambda, it's in the diagram. So then you can get the answer. 20 into 20. Answer is first one. Very good. Question number 15. Please write the method. Equation right. 20 into 20 V equals F lambda. Question number 15. 15th MCQ. What is the mass of 0.1 mole of NaCl solution? Right. Any volunteers? Those who done this, please raise the hand. 15th MCQ. Ayad, Devish, Rasula.
Third answer. Third answer.
Faiz,
Third answer.
Amati.
Third answer.
Very good. Answer is 3. Excellent. Answer is 3. 50.5 grams divided by 2. How come this? Look at the screen. 0.5 moles of NaCl means what? What is the molar mass? Look at the screen, everyone. Those who have not done this. NaCl molar mass. Molar mass of NaCl. How to find the total? 58.5 grams per mole. 58.5 grams per mole. That means that is called the molar mass. 23 plus 35.5. That is how you get the total. 50. Therefore, 58.5 grams per mole means those who have not done this, this gram per mole. 58.5 grams per mole means 1 mole is equal to 58.5 grams. What is the meaning of molar mass? 58.5 grams only is 1 mole equal 58.5 grams. Therefore, half mole, 0.5 mole means what? 58.5 grams divided by 2. 58.5 grams divided by 2 will be the answer. 58.5 grams divided by 2. Is that clear? 58.5 grams divided by 2. Half. Right. Or else you can use the equation, no problem. This one I got logical. Question number 16. I'll erase the screen. 16th MCQ. Dancing. This is actually there are 3 parts of the brain: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. Coordination of activities done by the brain. Listening to a beat of drum. Listening to the beat of the drum. Coordination activity. What part of the brain that helps about to coordination respective? Dancing and listening. Dancing and listening. Dancing means what? You need the voluntary muscle movement. Please put an arrow right towards 16. Actually, this is from the your nervous system. Question number 16 from nervous system. Any volunteers? Question number 16, the answer. Anyone of your hand? Venuka? Embru? Third one. Finish. Nice.
Third answer. Third answer.
Second answer.
Third answer.
Third answer.
Second answer.
Second, the third answer. Okay. Your brain. Your brain. This largest part, cerebrum. The largest part of your brain, cerebrum. Cerebrum. Largest part of your brain, cerebrum. Largest part of your brain, cerebrum. Then cerebellum. Cerebrum. Cerebellum. Peramole, madamole, aparamole. Cerebellum. And this is the medulla. Medulla oblongata. This is medulla. Out of this, the largest part, actually, your memory, thinking, intelligence, and all, right? That is sensory organs. Please look at the screen, everyone. Please copy down this. Largest part of the brain, cerebrum. Actually, your nose, eyes, ears, skin, and tongue under the control of this. 5 sensory organs. Please write that. 5 sensory organs are under the control of cerebrum, the largest part. That means what? Vision, the sensation or the taste, smell, everything under the sensory cerebrum. Even intelligence, thinking, memory also by cerebrum. And cerebellum, that is for the voluntary muscle movement, voluntary actions. In addition that, this is involuntary action. Involuntary means like heartbeat, respiration, like that. Involuntary actions. Involuntary action. That is by the largest, the last part, cerebellum. Please copy down that. There are 3 parts of the brain. Number 1, cerebrum, the largest part. Number 2, cerebellum. Number 3, the medulla oblongata. So out of these voluntary actions by cerebellum, second part, voluntary, posture, balancing of the body and all. So then now everyone should be able to tell the answer. For dancing, what do you need? For dancing, you need to balance your body, right? Voluntary, dancing is voluntary, under your control. And voluntary posture, balancing, okay, right here, voluntary, the posture or balancing of the body, equilibrium of the body, even balancing of the body. So therefore, cerebellum, dancing, which part you need? Cerebellum. And your hearing, listening to that is cerebrum. Answer is 3. Please raise the hand those who got the third answer for the question number 16. It's a good question. Instead of directly asking the function, they have given related to the practical activity. Very good. Those who have done it, very good. But cerebellum for the voluntary actions, muscle movement, balancing of the body, cerebellum. Cerebrum, 5 sensory organs. That's why when someone is going to get paralyzed, what happens? Vision is lost. That means part of the brain is going to die. Vision loss or the problem with hearing and all. Right. Okay, then I will erase the screen now. Question number 70. Common feature to both annelids and common feature underline. Common feature to both annelids and arthropod. Annelid and arthropod. Any volunteers who can give me the answer for this? 17th MCQ. Manet, Faiz, Ayad.
Having segmented body.
Second answer. Third answer.
Yes, very good. Is 3 having segmented body. Both have segmented body. Jointed appendages arthropod. Wet skin annelids. Wet skin annelid. Jointed appendages arthropod. Chitinous one arthropod. Please write the others also. This is arthropoda. Please write that. Chitinous one. Chitinous present only in fungus and arthropoda. Then jointed appendages arthropoda. Wet skin, right? Annelida. Right. Very easy. Answer is 3, right? Question number 18. Any volunteers? 18th MCQ. Who can give me the answer for the 18th MCQ? Grade 10 and chapter 18. Grade 8, chapter 18. After these 2, I will stop. What is the velocity of the object? They have given the kinetic energy. What is the equation for the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy equal half mv squared. They have given kinetic energy 20 joules. Half. Mass 10. V squared, don't know. That's what they ask. So you can take here 20 into 2 divided by 10 will be, and square root of that will be the answer. Because again, V square. So I'll again write one more step. 20 into 2, 40. So you will get 4 equal V squared. Then V equal square root of 4. V squared equal square root of 4. Answer will be 2ms minus 1. Please raise the hand those who got the answer 2ms minus 1. Please look at the calculation. Answer is second, right? Please raise the hand those who got the second answer without my help. Those who have done this at home, mark with the red pen the answers. We will start with the equation. 20 into 2 divided by 10 V square. Right, very good. More than 20 students. Very good, excellent. Right. Shall I erase this and ask you comment down this? The method? Right. I'll erase the screen. Question number 19. Wait, 19th MCQ. After that, I'll stop. Boiling point of nitrogen is minus 183. The value of that in Kelvin. How to convert Celsius into Kelvin? Any volunteers? Say how to convert Celsius into Kelvin. How is the equation? Kelvin temperature equals Celsius temperature plus 273. So what is the Celsius value? Minus 183 plus 273. What is the net value now? What is the Kelvin temperature now? What is the Kelvin temperature? Any volunteers? Have you all done the calculation? 19. 19th answer is? Yes. 27 minus 18. 27 minus 18. 3 cancel. 190 Kelvin. Please write this equation. Kelvin temperature equals Celsius temperature plus 273. Celsius one I put minus 183 Kelvin. Then you get the answer 190 Kelvin. Answer is second. Question number 19. Answer is second. How to convert Celsius into Kelvin at 273. Right. Then it's almost 10 o'clock. No? Yeah. From today we discussed the previous paper also. No? About last few MCQs. That's why now 20 to 40 I'll discuss next day. Those who have not answered this completely, try to complete the remaining 20 also. And I'll be discussing the structural set of questions of this paper and the support statement paper next week after completing the next 20 MCQs. Right. And please work hard. Your exam is getting close. And do the maximum. The most important, do maximum past papers. And I'll do my best from my side. Next week you'll be having the class, both theory and paper class, usual time. Right. Good night, everyone, and God bless you all.